Hi everybody. Today we're going to do some gel printing and we're just going to have fun with different things. And so the way I start is you just get this gel pad. Let's see what it's called. It is by Gelli Arts and it's called a gel printing plate. And this one is a 9 by 12. And I also have a smaller one that comes in handy too. So two sizes come in handy. But this is basically just gel. Apparently you can make these at home by yourself, but I'd rather buy one. So I find that the paints that work best on here are paints that are a little bit more heavy bodied. The ones that have more water don't work as well. Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, they don't stick to the Gelli plate as well. But if that's the effect that you're looking for, then maybe that's what you're looking for. So what I do is I just apply a couple of spots of paint. This one is nothing like it looks on the package. This is so garish, this color. Looks a little more yellow and warm. It's a cadmium green. Okay. And we'll do a thio violet. See what happens. And what I'm doing today, instead of just, and we'll do that too, but instead of just printing on a regular blank piece of paper, I'm going to be using just some pages I tore out of a magazine. It doesn't really matter what you tear out, but I try to get pages that have some interesting geometric shapes. And in the spirit of fall, I picked some fall colors, but honestly, some of those colors are all going to get buried anyway. But they create interesting effects. The paper of the magazine itself will leave an interesting effect, and then we'll go back in and we'll take another print off of the print that this had left behind. So you'll see what I mean. So you can use different things to apply the paint on the gel. I can use a brayer, or you can use this, I don't know what you call it, a spreader, I guess, a silicone spreader. Yeah, it doesn't have a name on it, but it's made of silicone. So you can do it like that and just spread the paint around like this. And it's all about what's more comfortable for you or what effects you want to create. So this will leave different marks behind versus using the brayer. So let's see what happens when I use the brayer. Okay, so it's certainly more easier to spread with the brayer, but it kind of blends it in a little too much for my taste. So then you can always go back in and leave some marks in with the shaper, like that. Okay. So before you put the paper on, you can always leave a few designs on it. And we'll see what happens with that. We take the page and put it down. And again, how much pressure you apply is up to you. If you just want to slightly tap it, that'll create a very different effect than if you tap it all the way around. And that's just variety, right? So let's pull this out and see what we got. So that created an interesting effect here. And these can be used as collage pieces. And now what we have left is called the ghost print. So it's the paint that's been left over. And I could go over again with the magazine paper, but I think I'm going to put it on just a blank piece of paper and see what we get. Pull that off. So that absorbs the paint quite a bit more. So these pieces can be used as collage later on. You can just cut pieces off of it and use them in your paintings, abstract paintings. But I think that's a great effect. And we can go back in again and try to get the remainder of the paint off. Let's see if I have more paint on the brayer. And that off there. And maybe we can do some designs in it that are different. Let's try doing this. So there's not much paint left on here, so it's going to be a little harder to create any further designs. But we'll see what happens. It's all about experimenting and having fun. Okay, so put that down. And peel that off. And there's another one. So this one, there wasn't enough paint on it. I usually don't like so much of the original page to come through. So I probably have to go in and reapply and do some more paint. What we can do is work with layers. So you don't even have to clean that off. You can just grab some more colors and see what we can create with these. So let's add some ultramarine blue. And let's add some yellow ochre. And we can use the brayer to spread. So that's kind of a cool effect, what's happening right now just with the brayer. Let's see what happens. So if we put this magazine piece back on, and okay. And we get that. So I'm a little happy with this one. It covers most of the magazine page. Okay, let's put that aside and let it dry. The other option for paper that we have is a transparency, or you can get deli paper. Either one works. This is the transparency. You can put that on it and see what we get, but I'd like to maybe use the shaper for this one too. Use the shaper, create a different effect. I love the swirls this creates. It's almost like you know how wind feels very wispy. Okay. And we can add a few lines. And that's all, you know, unique to you. You can decide to do what you like. And you put the transparency on. And I don't like to press it all the way, and that might be just something that you choose to do. But I like these little blotches that are left without paint. Now that is beautiful. And that's why I like to work with transparencies or deli paper, because the effect that you get is pretty amazing. It's almost a piece of artwork in and of itself. And these are great to use as collage pieces in your artwork. Let me get this over here. So now we have a ghost print, which means that you just have you know, a little bit of a layer of paint left on your surface, on your gel plate, and we can go in and let's try to do this, see if anything. There we go. I can do another. Another one of these. And you can even go over with your nails and create different designs as it's on the jelly. That way paint will stick differently to the places where you pressed harder. Let's see. Okay, still interesting. Not as cool as the other one, I think, but that's still pretty cool. So that was the lesson for today, using gel plates. It's a lot of fun. You can try different papers, different techniques, different, you know, you use sprayers, you can use a brush, you can create designs with create different effects. You can even use a pen or a pencil. And you get these beautiful pieces of artwork in a matter of 13 minutes. All right, have fun.